This Land Cruiser only has 30,000 miles, but I have no idea when was the last time these fluids were actually changed. So, on today's episode, we're doing something just as important. We're changing every single fluid on this truck. Unfortunately, what I found really surprised me. I'm lucky enough that Matt from Obsessed Garage let me use his shop and 2-post lift to do this job, which made everything way easier and probably saved me a couple of hours. I went with all amsoil fluids across the board, and let's just say this is probably the most fluid any car I've ever owned has taken, and I really mean it when I say that. Alrighty, as you guys can see today, we are going to be changing every single fluid we can on the Land Cruiser, including the front differential, the rear differential, the transmission, the T-case, and of course the engine oil with an OEM filter. I'm blessed to be in this space right now. This is gonna be fun. I get to do it standing up, so let's go. Let's start with the front and rear differential. All you need here is a 24mm socket, and one thing you always want to do, always remove the fill bolt first, just in case it seizes, because the last thing you want is to drain everything and then not be able to refill it. No, that's fine. Once that's out, go ahead and remove the drain bolt and let everything drain completely. Now, supposedly, the dealer, when I bought this car, had just serviced all the fluids on this car. But based on how this looks, you tell me. Yeah, I don't think that's true.
Yeah, this is not good. Look at all the metal shavings and gunk that are on the bolt. Give me your guys' opinion. Is this normal on Land Cruisers? Maybe they've never changed this fluid ever, but that is a lot of gunk and metal on it. I don't think that's normal. Let me know if you guys can in the comments, you Land Cruiser experts that owned one for a while. Is this normal? Because I don't think this is normal, obviously, but maybe it is. And of course, we got all brand new OEM washers.
Once it's fully drained, I replaced the crush washer with a brand new OEM one from Toyota, reinstalled the drain bolt, and torqued it down to 48 foot-pounds. To refill, I'm using AMSOIL Severe Gear 75W90, and honestly, the squeeze bags make this so easy. You want to fill it up until you see a steady stream coming out, which for the front diff is about 2.85 quarts. Once you see the steady stream, reinstall the fill bolt with a new crush washer and torque that down to 48 foot-pounds as well. And just like that, front diff done. Moving to the rear, same exact process. Same fluid, same torque specs. But interestingly, the rear fluid actually looked a lot better than the front. So now, I'm starting to wonder what happened with the front diff and is something wrong?
As the rear differential's draining, you can see this one's also pretty bad. Hopefully that's in focus. I don't know if this is bad news or if this is normal, but take a look at all that junk. There's no way they did a fluid change on this car right before selling it to me at the dealer. I highly doubt it. I mean, this fluid is pretty black and dark, and so, yeah, I don't know. Please give me your input on this. Should I worry or should I not worry? Now with the front differential and the rear diff done, we have to do the T-case, and the T-case is the same thing, same size and everything, which is awesome. 24 mil. This is a drain, this is the fill. Same exact process. Once we fill it, we see a drip, and then we'll bolt and torque everything down.
Next up, transfer case and transmission. For the transfer case, we're using the same 75W90 gear oil from AMSOIL. Same process, remove the fill bolt first, then drain it completely.
This one doesn't look so bad, so maybe they did the T-case. I doubt it. I don't know.
The torque specs here are a little bit different. 27 foot-pounds, and it also uses a different crush washer than the differentials.
T-case is done, and now we can focus on the transmission, which we have the fill plug right there, and then the drain plug right there. Again, always remove the fill plug first, just in case it seized, you don't get stuck, and then remove the drain plug. This one, you could definitely tell they did change.
Now, for the transmission, this one is very important. You need to use GL4 fluid, not GL5. I'm using AMSOIL manual transmission and transaxle gear lube, also 75W90, but different, again, GL4. Once everything is filled, torque specs for both bolts are also different at 29 foot-pounds.
Alrighty, both diffs, transfer case, transmission is done. All we have left is the easiest one, which is the engine oil, oil pan, filter, and then just refill, and we're done.
Now that the entire drivetrain is done, it is time for the engine oil. And this is where things get kind of crazy. This engine takes almost 11 quarts of oil. I mean, that's 2 oil changes on one of my Evos. I honestly couldn't believe it, and with how expensive oil is, this is probably one of the most expensive oil changes I've ever done, even with me doing it myself. For oil, I am using AMSOIL Signature Series Heavy Duty, Max Duty 15W40, the best of the best from AMSOIL, along with a brand new OEM oil filter and, of course, a brand new crush washer from Toyota. Step 1, you want to remove the drain bolt and let all the oil drain out completely. Take your time here. You want to get as much of the old oil out as possible. Then remove the oil filter and install your new one, and basically reverse process from here. The torque specs for the drain bolt on the oil pan is 30 foot-pounds. Fill it up, start the truck, check your levels, and you are good to go. And just like that, this is every single fluid I could possibly change besides my coolant on the Land Cruiser complete.